Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday the 7th of April. So just looking at the price of oil at the moment, and well, there's a potential for a bit of a rally on this. Now how far we'll see, but I've just sort of been looking, and Trump has suggested that if OPEC approach him, he would be open to looking at cuts in oil production, which overall could signal the right sort of message across the markets and see oil pick up a bit from I mean, it's pretty much at rock bottom here, or has been pretty much at rock bottom, up slightly, up $5-6, but $7, but it's not at a price any producer really wants to see there, particularly as a lot of producers it's costing them significantly more to produce. So we'll see what happens there, but cuts may happen, it may push oil up. How far it'll go is another matter, but bull flag on this chart here, this 4-hourly chart, and the gap still at the top there may suggest that there's a bit of upside for a small long position. Certainly the future prices, I think, have rallied around about 3%, so looks like there's a bit more optimism that something may come to be, but we'll just have to see. But on this spot price that we're looking at here, it's as I say, it is picking up a little bit and has a bit of an opportunity to rally there. Okay, I've been covering it all week, so I say all week for a while, so looking at it, so I thought I'd just cover that one in. Looking elsewhere, the euro suddenly picked up. Yesterday was one of those days we saw back in sort of February time, maybe 50-60 pippa. It was a very small range yesterday. Today, well, it's already covered more than that and has rallied up there, pushing towards the weekly pivot. Maybe this is the sign of more to come this week. Already through it is you see how tight the pivots are today relatively, and it's all about this very tight range of price action on throughout yesterday. So potential to push up further towards that weekly pivot at some point. Just watching out for an overbought signal may come through at some point. We'll just watch this. If it does, wait for the retrace, and getting on the retrace maybe. But at the moment it's heading up there relatively strongly. The pound, I was watching this yesterday, looking for the breaks of, and it looks like it might be about to go, if not going at this stage. I'm just going to bring it down, in fact, right down to the hourly, so you can see it a bit clearer. There we go. These were the sort of levels. Okay, it's running to its 60-minute 100 at this stage. It's around these levels. It's a bit early, but to 8:15 it might at some point shove off through this and start moving. It's been pretty choked there yesterday. Obviously a supply point at that time, that looks like that's moving there. You could wait for it to pull out, retrace towards that level and see if you can catch a bounce. But it looks like it's as I say, starting to shift now, so there could be further upside potential there. Okay, if it starts rolling, I'm just looking at it becomes, well, there you go, as I'm speaking, it's pushing through there. If it starts rolling, well, retracement wise, you just be looking back to sort of the key moving averages from where it is at this moment on this time frame. Otherwise it's got scope to push on further. Dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen shoved up again yesterday. It was a bit of a bitty old day yesterday. There is a potential for the yen to pick up a bit more strength. You can't really see too, that's better. It's sort of putting a sort of a bear flag here, and it could roll over some more as we push through the day. So it's not even down to its S1 yet, but that could see some further strength. Part of its weakening and softening yesterday, well, we saw the other markets soften, I guess, to a degree, but it also it may have just been a bit more unwinding and money starting to look towards going back towards risk. Okay, that's the yen. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar having the same sort of push there. It managed a more positive day yesterday. This is one of the currencies that I'm looking at has a bit more potential. A bit of a flat week last week, but this one's certainly kicking off as I speak. And at the moment, that 4-hourly 200 looks like it could be in the target, but just watch out. It's not getting too overbought because it's quite a steep old run here, so it may be worth waiting. If you can wait for a retrace, maybe to the 60-minute 8 even. But it's, as I say, it's pretty much charging off as I speak here. Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar helped by that news. I think we were talking about this yesterday on the some time frames. It was looking like it's a bit flaggish. Actually, it's a hourly time frame. It sort of looked like it had a bit of a flag there, but it just as it looked like it was going to roll over, it pitched back up, and finally it's rolled over there on the news. That Trump's willing to cut oil prices, maybe production rather. So that's seen a benefit there as well. So all in all, we're seeing a bit of dollar selling this morning. Will that continue? We'll see. But at the moment, it's looking that that's the general consensus. Okay, so S&Ps just briefly then, just going to look at this short-term chart. Actually, I'll just take it to the 4-hourly. There you go. As the equity markets, Asian equity markets have rallied overnight, and this is seeing a continuation of this move. So maybe this will slow down, but I would be looking for further upside on this in the current environment. And so there we are. That's pretty much it. So have a great day. Bye for now.